with you throughout that. Anyway, we're not anywhere near that, but that is an interesting point for sure. Now, you mentioned, real quick, I know I got to let you go. The DA in this case, the maker he's coming down on him, but would any DA face similar pressures in this situation?
Well, probably not first because he is a George Soros-funded DA, and of course, a lot of people on the right feel that these guys really are not being fair. They're weaponizing the criminal justice system. The other thing is his predecessor, no big Republican president, he passed on the prosecution. So sure, he's taking heat, but he's going to stand up and tell the cameras, look, no man is above the law. I did what I think was right.
You mentioned right there, we're all people under the law. Reality here is that we are in new territory. That's most of what we've been talking about the last few minutes. How is this playing out early in the process through your eyes? Any special things that we have to take into account that we should expect, or maybe we should be alarmed about?
I think really it's a question of trust. If you trust the honesty of the DA, don't worry about weaponization. If you're not so trusting, then this is going to be hugely controversial. And it will be really interesting to see whether Trump does to push the trial into next year to make it a big part of the election, or get it over with. That's going to be a huge point.
ABC legal analyst Royal Oak, thank you so much for helping us put a lens on this morning, Royal.
You bet.
And again soon, hopefully. Get back to some news coming out of the KFI 24-hour newsroom, and I want to circle back to the Dean Sharp episode and segment and interview that we just did. This has to do with trees, weeds, and grasses, and allergies.
Classic allergies are itchy, watery eyes, nasal congestion, maybe a scratchy throat.
That's Dr. Don Buckland, a preventative medicine doctor, who says it's tough to avoid pollen because it travels in the wind, but keeping windows shut and using air conditioning in your house and vehicle when the pollen count is high will help you a lot. He also says some pollen counts can increase after sunrise and peak at midday. He recommends antihistamines as needed.
And they work marvelous, but you have to use them for a few days before you get allergy symptoms.
Andrew Carabella, KFI News. The pollen count this year is going to be higher than usual because of all the things we've had. And you might have seen the super blooms on the interwebs as well. 2 people hurt in an explosion in Tarzana are in critical condition. The explosion yesterday happened inside a garage. There was a fire, but officials say it burned itself out. The U.S. Secret Service is talking with New York authorities about transporting former President Trump to Manhattan to face criminal charges. We just spoke about that with ABC's legal analyst, Royal Oak. The law enforcement agency says it's working with state authorities and Trump boys to provide for a safe surrender. And that its role in transportation and personal protection that could continue on past this case. I mean, it does, actually. A 1-year-old baby who was injured in a 9-car pileup at the end of a pursuit in Long Beach earlier this week is out of the hospital. The baby who was in the car with the suspect was released from the hospital yesterday. 5 other people were taken to the hospital after Tuesday night crash. Their conditions have not been announced. One innocent person, 74-year-old woman, was killed in a crash caused by the suspect running a red light. A funeral will be held this afternoon in Nashville Church. 2 other children were also killed in Monday's mass shooting, as well as 3 adults. Funeral services for 9-year-old Hallie Suggs will be held tomorrow. Services for 9-year-old William Kinney will be held on Sunday. At the age of 57, Lolita is going home, and it's not the girl from the Navajo. More than 50 years after an unlikely coalition involving the theme park owner, an animal rights group, and an NFL owner signed a certificate of sea agreement yesterday. Moving the 5,000-pound orca could take up to 2 years and $20 million. It should be under 24 hours care until she acclimates to her new surroundings. Mark Ronner, KFI News. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will be in Mississippi today to survey the damage caused by deadly tornadoes that tore through the region last week. The president will also meet with local and state officials about ongoing recovery efforts. Governor Kate Reeves officials joined the delegation to accompany the Bidens on a tour of the most damaged areas. The visit comes after the president issued an emergency declaration for Mississippi, making federal funds available to 4 counties hardest hit by the storm. Another weather follow-up. More than 65 million Americans in at least 15 states are in the path of what meteorologists are calling explosive thunderstorms. If violent weather will develop today, threatens a big swath of the center of the country, including cities such as Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis. Forecasters say storms boiling up today and tonight could generate tornadoes, torrential rainfall, hail, and damage at 70 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts. Other cities in the fast-moving storm lines that was going to move across the country today, including Detroit, Nashville, and Memphis. I'm not sure what to do with this one scientists say plants make noise when they're hurt or stressed. Researchers at Israel's Tel Aviv University said 13 or stressed plants emitting popping sounds that are undetectable to the human ear. The scientists found that plants that are not stressed typically emitted less than one sound per hour, while plants that were dehydrated or injured produced dozens of sounds every hour. So there's something else to do. So I forget to form the plants sometimes. So I'm not. And inflation date. The Federal Reserve follows closely, rose slightly than anticipated in February, providing some hope that interest rate hikes are helping ease price increases. This is a much lower expected inflation rate than we expected. Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, that's a lot of words, but it's basically CPI, consumer prices, excluding food and energy, increased just 0.3% for the month. Commerce Department just reported that about a half an hour ago. That was below the 0.4% that we all estimated, and lower than the 0.5% January increase that we saw. So, the California weather from KFI. A chilly start today with cloud cover. Those clouds are going to stick around for the rest of the day and into tomorrow for LA and Orange County. Highs in the low to mid 60s inland and in the valleys as well. Overnight lows around 50 degrees. Tomorrow the clouds are going to move out and sunshine to take over the sky. Highs warmer tomorrow, peaking around 70 degrees inland. A little cooler at the peak. Right now, though, Anaheim is at 45 degrees, and so is Orange. Norwalk and Hollywood are both at 46 degrees. We leave local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jason Middleton. This is Then Your Wake Up Call, and now Nick Saliotini has news on the 405. Friday morning, like a lot of places in the Southland, but definitely not too Westchester, northbound side, not too far from Harvey's Party, kind of approaching the 90s. Ongoing issues involving a tanker truck arrest that has all northbound lanes, with the exception of a carpooling shutdown. That's why you're driving on the 405 northbound right now. There's a message somewhere from the 105. Surprisingly, it's over the Boulevard, Highway 1, that's looking better for your alternate as you come away from the LAX area, heading northbound through Westchester. So that may be a good way to save a bit of time this morning. Got issues for you continuing on the 605 as you make it to the southbound side. Going to be a wreck that has also only the carpool lane open. Everything else is shut down before you drive on the 605 southbound. Another big wreck for you here. That'll be a Mess Street drive from well before Road Shows, almost as far back as Tech Road now. Plan for Rosie Boulevard is a 30th Street alternate to the 605. Looking relatively decent for your drive there. Coming away from the 60 as you make way toward the 5. Beyond the 5 is where the Rosie Boulevard becomes a Liquid Boulevard. 710 southbound has an alternate 605 southbound still wide open for your drive off the 60 back in the 5 as you make way toward the 105. Okay, if I'm the guy up just that faster, I'm Natalia team. If you own a small business and you were able to get through COVID and you were able to retain 5 or more employees through COVID, you could be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of $26,000 for an intake under 10 minutes, and you'll see if your business qualifies for this payroll tax refund. No charge up front. It's contingency. So they don't get paid until T-money or not. They are experts. They are experts in the payroll tax refund program and have returned over $3 billion to businesses. In my case, a 6-figure refund. So to find out if your business qualifies, go to getrefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, and answer those few questions. Getrefunds.com, Attorney Joe Cordell is a father to focus on what's most important.